Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to show you the commissioned Dalmatian that I just finished. This sweet boy's name is Luca, and I was so excited to capture his beautiful face. I did this portrait on a standard 9x12 canvas sheet, and I used acrylic paint. So let's talk a little bit about how I actually painted this portrait. I personally always use a grid pattern when I'm doing a sketch, so this is my grid pattern that I use to create this Dalmatian. My canvas is a 9x12, so that's what I did with my grid pattern. I made sure it was 9 inches by 12 inches so I could easily replicate my sketch to my canvas. Once you get in your main sketch, you can go back in and add more detail. As much detail as you feel like you need. And for example, in my sketch for the Dalmatian, I needed to go in and add in the detail of the spots. Once I felt like I had a really good sketch down, I wanted to go in and define the spots. The spots are so important on this subject. Each Dalmatian has its own kind of variation of spots, and I wanted it to be as realistic to the reference photo as I could make it. So I wanted to go in and establish those first. So I used Mars Black and just went in and got a very rough estimate of where each kind of spot and spot pattern should be. It didn't have to be perfect. It was just kind of a rough draft because I knew I was going to come back in with more detail later. At the end of my white and black blocking in phase, this is how it looked. So I continued on with my blocking in. I ended up working on the mouth, added a little bit of color throughout the body just to cover up some of the black undertones from the toning of the canvas. And then I went ahead and just put in a broad color across the background, just kind of like a sandy tan, so that I could establish some of my values and then also build up that background so I could add a little bit more layering on top. Now you can see this is how it looked after I did another layer on the background, added in some light blue on the top, and then also continued on with my opaque colors, the whites and the blacks, just kind of thickening it up, adding texture and adding more thorough coverage throughout. Now it was time to start adding in the fine details of all those little whiskers that are around the muzzle and also on the face. So I was just using a liner and some titanium white and going through and adding in those final touches and details around the mouth and in the fur. I was just focusing a little bit on the eyes, adding a little bit more highlights, a little bit more depth of color, and a little bit more lightness to give it a little bit more of a shape and glisten. I felt like the fur around the eyes was a bit flat and I wanted to add a little bit more texture and depth. So I went in with my liner and added some more white fur, and then I went back in with my black and added some darker fur. After a few more sessions, I felt like it was complete. I was really happy with the depth and the texture of the fur, and I went through and added just a little bit more intricate detail around the mouth and the eyes to really add that realism and that pop of life. This is the final complete version of the Dalmatian. You can see those details I added into the eyes. The end there just brought a little bit more realistic life to the portrait. If you like this video, like and subscribe, follow for more, and let me know what you think I should paint next. See ya!